I still cannot believe this thing supports my weight. I got a tank! Hello cardboard lovers, my name is Davis, also known as Fluffball, and welcome back to Fluffball the Wizard. So last time I designed this whole thing in VR, put together over 100 links for the treads with the help of some friends, and made a huge chassis for it. And yes, after a lot of trial and error, it finally supports my entire weight. Okay, continuing. It's actually more stable than I thought it would be. Triangles! Back to work.
2 hours later.
You know why I love engineering? Because you get to know the secret to making everything structurally sound. And you know what that secret is? Frickin' triangles! But anyway, check this out. Or, well, more accurately, like... Gotta admit, I thought this thing would be a lot roomier than it is. My bootay almost doesn't fit in there. Anyway, the next step is gonna be to fill out as many walls as possible by making solid panels out of tubes. So let's start with the front one. Alright, so this has all been drying for the past few hours. I'm gonna try picking it up and putting it on the front where it's supposed to go. If it falls apart, I'm gonna be very sad. Okay, so the question is, how do we secure that? Because that's a thing that needs to happen. Oh, I know. Magic of editing. There we go. Alright, so yeah, this thing is actually pretty strong, I would say. Didn't expect it to go that well. Now, should I do the side panels first, or should I do the treads that I've been procrastinating? Because, like, as you can see, the treads are already done. We finished making the treads. I just need to put them on wheels so that they can, like, support my weight and everything, you know? And I've been putting that off because that is a difficult task. I think I should probably do that, or at least the axles for them, because once I put the side panel on here, this is gonna be, like, impossible to get to. So, no more procrastinating. Let's go! So when the treads go onto the wheels, they're gonna want to slip off, so we need to make a guide for them to stay in line with the wheels. Conveniently, using filament spools for the wheels means I've got a wall on either side with a big gap in the middle, which just so happens to perfectly fit a quarter of another paper towel roll. So I cut up a bunch of those, and later I'll attach them sticking out of the middle of the treads so they just go into that groove and keep everything groovy. Next, since I only have so many big boys, I'm gonna tape together a bunch of paper towel rolls to make the actual axles for this thing. Not sure if it'll hold my weight, but let's give it a shot and hope for the best. Alright, so I've got the first 2 axles, I almost said printed. I've got the first 2 axles made, and we're gonna do a bit of a strength test to see if that was in fact a big mistake. Now if I grab these, how does this do? Yeah, I'd say that's about half my weight. Oh, that's terrifying. Okay, so consensus is it's terrifying, but I think it works. Continuing. Oh no. Oh frick, we're doing great, guys! Alright, so now comes the fun bit where we get to test if these and those and this will actually hold my weight when I'm sitting on it. Because if all this works, I'm pretty confident the treads will hold it, and I can hold off on those for now. Let's see if we can get this off the ground. we just take the whole thing, which miraculously can be lifted all as one piece, and then just set her down. Question is, will it hold me? Oh boy. Okay. Yo! Holy crap, it actually works. Oh my gosh. I'm in a freaking tank. This is sick. This actually feels way better than I thought it was going to. This is cardboard tubes and gum tape. It should not feel this secure. I literally never dreamed it would feel this good. The backrest is still a bit questionable, but that's expected. Nothing's even bent. This is crazy. I think we're about in the home stretch. Oh, and the cannon, of course. Can't forget that. Now, to get the wheels onto the axles is easy, but getting them to stay on the axles, we're gonna need some kind of a cap to do that. I can cut the Chick-fil-A paper towel rolls into tiny sections for that, and come to think of it, that'd also be a lot easier with editing magic, so there's that. Now we just need to figure out exactly where to put those on the axle and attach them with more gum tape. Alright, so in theory, all these wheels are in line with each other, like to the millimeter, which is amazing. So now, let's see if we can get these on that. Oh my gosh! Alright, I think those are ready to attach. Parkour! So I used a bunch more gum tape and zip ties to attach the axles to the base. And it was at this moment that I stepped on the cover to my X-Acto knife. Not the knife itself, thankfully, but it was akin to stepping on a Lego. I had a bruise on my foot for weeks after that. But for now, let's finish up getting these things attached. Alright, here she is! I think we've got some wheels. Now, question number one, will it roll without destroying itself? Answer, heck yeah, it will! That actually works, holy crap. Okay, question number two, can I still sit in it? Oh boy, okay. Oh geez. Answer, yes. I feel slightly less secure, but question 2 part B, can I move? Oh boy. Oh, I hear things. Okay, hang on, let me tighten those zip ties. Okay, rolling take 2. Better. Okay, I think we can continue. So next up is gonna be panels, and then we put the treads on it. Oh, and the cannon. I keep forgetting the cannon. It's like the coolest part of this whole thing. So many freaking zip ties. Yes, I'm using a wrapping paper roll as a straight edge because reasons. But it works. So this is gonna be that. That's the representation of the thing. And we're just gonna mix some toilet paper things. Alright, so the side panels are in place, axles are stable. I think we just need to put the cannon on this thing and then the treads on and we've got ourselves a tank. Now I'm gonna wait to put the treads on because I'm actually not sure if it'll fit through the door. In fact, I've made a critical mistake. Okay, so I did measure, and the good news is I think if we chop just this part off and leave it to the wheel, it will fit through the door by like a ½ inch. Of course, I don't know how I'm gonna get it around that corner, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. All I know is there's no way to disassemble this, well, no easy way to disassemble this thing. Well, there's no way to disassemble and have it be easily reassembled, such that it can fit through the door. So, I'm gonna have to try to modify it as best I can to fit through the door. Measure twice, cut once, they said, and I thought I did, but not everything. Okay, and just to make sure, that's pushing it. Yeah, it's still too big. Unless... It's bad idea time. So, really the tank is just like a ½ inch shy, which means if I actually take the door off the hinges temporarily, that'll give me just enough space to clear it. Alright. The time has finally come. So I'm thinking I want this to be removable. So originally I was planning to have one of these things, just go like right there, and then put another one like on the cannon itself, so that it like locks it in place, you know? But I think I'm gonna ditch this one and just keep that there so that I have a little bit of motion and I can just take it out whenever I want. Seems like the best course of action. Alright, so we put this in here. Alright. Oh yeah. That's freaking awesome. Alright. Think the cannon is ready. Oh, the space is so small. Now, this next part's gonna be interesting because, like, if we've got our treads, they're like going through here, what's to stop them from going side to side? I mean, they could like fall off entirely. So, conveniently, these wheels have a nice little channel here, so I cut a ton of these things, and what we're gonna do is every few links, we're just gonna like stick one of these on here, so that way, on the underside here, it'll just go nicely into that little channel, and everything should stay put. Really hope that works, because I put a lot of effort into this. one thing I forgot about is I'm gonna need a way to store ammo for the cannon. Like, I'm gonna want more than one shot. So, my thinking is, I take this boy, cut it up into 4 segments, and these can go, I'll have 2 per segment, and then I would put it on this thing, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll have like kind of a rack here, and then that is just gonna go like somewhere here, you know? So somewhere around there. So then when I'm sitting here, I can just like grab it, load it, and we're good. So, away we go with... Alright, so we got this thing. Easy access for my toilet paper rolls here. Evidently those ones are a different size. Anyway, these are going to go like here, I think. Yeah, let me just kinda... Okay, that works too. So yeah, I decided to put it here instead because it's really hard to put it on this side anywhere that makes sense, and also I used zip ties instead of the tape because I'm lazy and I want to get this thing done. But anyway, if I'm sitting in here... Alright, so we're in here, driving, and we just kinda... shoop. Except, but the point is, this works. This ammo system, this works. Oh yeah, I am liking this. Alright, and with that, I think this build is finally complete. Now, I realize it still looks like a huge mess right now. I'm gonna assemble it once I get it out of my room, and then in the next video, I'm going to test it outside, so make sure you're tuned for that because you're not gonna wanna miss it. And even if it fails, let the record freaking show I got a tank! I still cannot believe this thing supports my weight. Like, this turned out better than I expected. I did not expect this to work, I'll be honest. Shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch though, because I still need to put on treads and cannon and make sure it actually rolls outside and everything. So, like I said, stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching, and until then, make a thing, sing a song, hug a person. I'll see you in the next video! Literally, I did not... The lengths that I go to for a good camera angle. Let me trace this out here. We've got phone here, selfie stick, tripod, go on my desk, and the chair with the head cropped out and the... Well, that didn't work.